Welcome to this video showing the Hardcat preset functionality. Hardcat has the ability to allow users to create presets in the system. Presets are pieces of data that we can apply to assets, products, asset types, people, locations, cost centers, and suppliers, which enable us to ask up to a nearly unlimited amount of extra questions per item in the system. Each entity can have those two types of presets applied. One applied to the entity itself, and a global set of questions applied to all items of that same entity. Let's have a look at some presets in action. So for example, on this item here, we have our presets tab. This preset tab has been configured to showcase all the different preset types that we have within the solution. This is what we call a global preset class, as signified by the global presets header. The different types of presets we can have within the system are string-based presets with up to 200 characters. We could have list-style presets, or we could have list-style presets where we can also enter an answer in outside what is captured within the standard list. We could have URL, which is a string-style preset, a date-style preset, a time-style preset, a long, which is a number value without preceding numerals, a double, which allows for decimal places, currency fields, GPS fields, which are a number field followed by 6 decimal places, a period field, as well as we can put a restriction on our preset fields based around user profile in the system. Being a global preset on an asset, these questions are applied to every single asset in the system. Alternatively, we also have asset type presets, which are applied based around the type of asset in the system. So for example, this was a piece of furniture, and this was a table. Since it was a table in the system, we'll also be asking these subsequent questions of measurements, material type, and if it's adjustable. And by default, these questions will be asked directly when an asset is created in the system. To apply or create a new preset class for an asset, for example, we'd simply go to Configuration, and in this area here, we have access to our different preset classes for the core module. As we can see here, assets, cost centers, location, suppliers, people, products, as well as regions. To create or edit an asset preset class, it's as simple as clicking Asset Preset Classes. From here, we are presented a list of all the existing preset classes in the system. As you'll notice, one of the preset classes in the list is highlighted red. This signifies that is the current class which has been assigned with the global attribute. If we were to click on that one and go Edit or double click, we can then click on our Questions button to look at the questions that exist within this class. As we saw on our earlier screen on the asset, here's the list of the configurations of those particular questions. If we wanted to create a new question, it's as simple as clicking New, choosing the data type, giving it a prompt to display, a default value potentially. If it's a list, choosing the list, and if it's a must-choose preset response from list, ticking the tick box. If we're using one of the Hardcat Auto Discovery interface, the preset questions can also be linked to values that are associated to our defined interface parameters, which are shown down here at the bottom of the screen. To apply a preset class, it's as simple as going to the asset type, selecting your asset type, and applying the preset class at the top of the screen. The benefit of applying the preset class to the asset type is every asset that gets created against this asset type will get this preset class assigned to them. For all other entities, you apply the preset class at the time of creating the entity. For example, if I'm creating a new location, I click on New, apply the basic information, and then go to the Presets tab, and then apply the preset class as necessary, which will then apply the preset questions as selected. The same process will be applied for the other entities such as suppliers, cost centers, people, products, as well as regions.